What's up, guys? Gemini Jets 13 here, coming at you with a CLT Gemini Jets Airport update, like as usual. I just had to clear one little box off that we had from earlier. But today's update is going to include some new routes, like always, but primarily Paris Charter Gull. Or I hope I said it right. I'll just say Paris. Don't make fun of me for that one, but that doesn't bother. But anyways, we'll get started on runway 15 left now. What I would love to do, but I have no plans to do it right now. But I would love to move this table over and make another runway right here, and then get the runway numbers all right, just like CLT. So this would be 18 center, 18 right, 18 left, etc. I can't do the diagonal one. That's just we can't. Just no. But anyways, that's like my dream would be to do that, but I'm not. I have like other plans to do. What I mean by that is getting my expansion, like make the extension so I can, accommodate more gates. But anyways, let's get started on runway 15 left. I might just start saying, yeah, we'll just keep it 15 left. But anyways, here's a U.S. Airways A321 flying down to Tampa. A U.S. Airways Express CRJ 700 heading to Charleston, South Carolina. I should make sure that plane was nose lined up. A 757 in the hangar. Nothing's wrong with it. Just in the hangar for a later flight tonight. U.S. Airways A319 Piedmont. I have a lot of paint scheme planes here because this is CLT and we get all the paint scheme planes. Not a lot of other airports get it except for CLT and wherever the routes go to. Except for the West Coast planes, which is the the old America West ones. Sorry for the camera about that, but like Battleborn, Cardinals, the Arizona State, and the America West 2 heritage ones. Anyways, here's a U.S. Airways A320 with service to Boston. That's flight 64. And it's gonna, once it goes to Boston, it's gonna go to Phoenix because it's an IAE engine. So they usually, no matter what, will end up in Phoenix in one day. Usually, that's how it goes. Here's a AirTran Airways Boeing 717-200. It just arrived from Baltimore. It's gonna make a taxi over to gate A8. There's an AirTran Airways there right now, parked at gate A6. Anyways, there's a U.S. Airways 734 that just arrived, from Norfolk. It's gonna park at gate A6. Sorry. There's a problem because this is set up as in the A side, so really it would be like CLT would be B, but I'm gonna keep that as A6 and etc. But don't worry about that. A6 anyways. But here's we have 2 daily flights to and from Frankfurt every day. And this is the A330-300 that just arrived from Frankfurt, and it's going to park in one of the heavy gates, probably the one next to Lufthansa, and I'll show you where that one is when we get to it. Here's a U.S. Airways 757-200 that just arrived from St. Martin, and it's going to go over to gate A20 for a later flight to Orlando later. We'll swoop around here, yeah, sure. We have a U.S. Airways Express CRJ 200 that just arrived from Northwest Arkansas. About an hour and 50-minute flight, depending on the winds, but usually get there quicker with the tailwind, so about an hour and 35 minutes. I've gotten quick ones. Here's what I've been waiting for finally, is the U.S. Airways A330-200. This aircraft pushed back from gate A15. It's going to head to Paris. This route began a few days ago. It was operating weekly for a few days, and now we're back into full session, and it's running daily now, which is appropriate. We have Madrid starting up. I believe it's May. All right, I have the dates. I wrote the dates down, so I can just look it up. But anyways, every all over Europe stuff is coming back online in May. So Dublin, etc. Try to pick up another 767 soon, so I can handle the international capacity this year. I haven't been able to in the last 3 years, just because I haven't collected around international planes. We're a domestic hub, so I worry about domestic planes primarily. But anyways, here's the U.S. Airways A321 heading out to Los Angeles. U.S. Airways A321 with service to Seattle. U.S. Airways A320 with service to Phoenix. United Airlines A320 with service to Chicago O'Hare. Delta A320 with service to Atlanta. U.S. Airways Express CRJ 900 parked at the gates, going to head out to Columbus later. Air Canada Jazz CRJ 200 with service to Toronto. This is a 5:20 flight, so it'll be leaving soon. U.S. Airways Dash 100 is going to wait for the little buses to move, and the 321 to get some space open so he can pull onto the active taxiway, and he's going to head over to Salisbury. I like Salisbury a lot because I've flown there before on the Dash 8 years ago. But it's really cool. Where are we going here? We're going to start over at gate A6. We have an AirTran Airways Boeing 717. The service for AirTran ends Saturday, and the really cool thing is I'm going to fly the first flight to Atlanta with a connection in Atlanta, and then to Baltimore, and then I'll be on the last official AirTran Airways flight to Charlotte. So that's going to be kind of cool. I saved my money up to buy that. That's kind of why I haven't bought any planes, anything. I just been saving money kind of since Christmas to pick this up, or a little after Christmas. But anyways, that's going to be really exciting. I mean, the service ending's disappointing, but there's really nothing to be disappointed about because Southwest Airlines begins April the 14th. So looking very forward to that. We'll definitely be out there for every single flight on that Sunday. I'll be out for everything. Arrivals and all that good stuff. So I'm very excited. I'll do an airport update on April the 13th with the last AirTran stuff in it, and then I'm gonna try to pump some airport updates this week because I think everyone really enjoys that. But anyways, we have a Delta A319 that just arrived from Minneapolis, and it's gonna head back to Indianapolis. Minneapolis. I don't know why. I didn't. Pretty sure I did not. I just said Indianapolis. That was bad. Anyways, we have a JetBlue A320. This is the Dots tail. I think this is, if I can focus the camera, you'll get a better view of the tail. That's much better. This aircraft is going to head up to New York John F. Kennedy. We used to have an A320 flight, but they just been shuffling planes around, so the E190 was more efficient for this route. It's performing very well. I've been keeping track of the load factor. I know seats filled doesn't mean anything, but it does mean something. Don't leave that out. But it's operating. The average I have for JFK is 92% right now, which is very, very nice considering there's about 6 daily U.S. Airways flights to Kennedy, 2 Deltas. We're not even talking. And the freaking 12 daily LaGuardia for U.S. Airways and the 5 American, 5 Delta. So that's incredible if they can perform that well. It's unbelievable. I got to give them a round of applause for that. I mean, I won't do that, but I do. Anyways, we have a U.S. Airways A321 getting service for the next push. He landed from Las Vegas, and he's going to do a quick flight down to Miami. We have a U.S. Airways A321 that's going to fly up to Chicago O'Hare later. All these planes in here are for the next push. So everyone just trying to all the planes usually leave, and then everyone just shuffles back in. But U.S. Airways A320 with service to Atlanta, and then a 734 with service to Jacksonville, and then the U.S. Airways A319 Allegheny plane. Saw this aircraft yesterday at the airport, or it wasn't yesterday. It was another day. I saw it on yeah, it might have been yesterday. The thing about Charlotte is we get all these paint scheme planes. It's hard to keep track of them. But yeah, anyways, he's gonna fly up to Allentown, PA. We have U.S. Airways A319 Philadelphia Eagles. This aircraft is flying over to Richmond. So we make our way over to PSA. One of my favorite ones, but my favorite one's probably Piedmont and then PSA. But here we have PSA right here. The gates pulled. Just need to get a little tow truck to get, or not, just a little tug bear, whatever you call those things, to push him back. And he's gonna have a flight over to Nashville today. We have a 762. U.S. Airways 762 that's going to head out to Philadelphia later and return to Charlotte, of course. And then once it gets back in Charlotte, it's going to head to San Juan. Or it's going to go in the hangar for a little bit, and then San Juan for the next day. U.S. Airways A330-200 with service to Rio de Janeiro. We're losing that aircraft soon. Of course, Philly screws us over. And we basically trade off we get a 767 when they get our 330. So that's very unfortunate, but we did take one of the 330s because we're on 2 daily to Frankfurt. So we snagged 2 of those off them, or one of those. Anyways, U.S. Airways A330-300 with service to London Heathrow. Last but not least, the beast of the airport, the only 4-engine aircraft we get daily, is the wonderful Lufthansa Heavy 429 with service to Munich. Definitely one of the best planes to see here. Very fortunate to get this aircraft. I mean, of course, one of the best airports in the world is going to get this at CLT. Of course, I mean, why not? Very proud to have this aircraft here. I hope Gemini Jets is able to get some because they came out with Lufthansa, so it makes me think that they'll be able to shuffle out some Lufthansa planes, maybe wide bodies probably primarily, but I would love to pick up a 330, 300. I know I have a Phoenix one, but I'm just a really big Lufthansa fan in general. I like to collect Lufthansa planes. I have 4 of them right now, and I just kind of like them a lot. So, other than that, that concludes everything. I'll talk for like a minute and 10 seconds. Shoot, Southwest begins April 14th, like I said. So I'll bring you over to the lineup pretty much. This is going to be my starting lineup, I think. We have one daily 733 flight from Orlando, and then it goes to Baltimore. And then we have a Southwest 737, and every other 5 flights are on the 700. I chose Shamu because I think it's cool, but I might switch it up with maybe Maryland 1, but I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't do paint schemes because I want it to be normal Canyon Blues, but I might switch it up to Illinois 1 from Chicago, but I'll probably do that. Like, I really want just the normal one, but I just don't have it. I mean, I'm not paying $180 for a 737-700. I'm just gonna wait for Gemini just to come out, and then I'll just save money up and buy 4 of them and just future-proof myself. So, another few seconds, I'm done here. With the merger going on, I'm definitely gonna get the BA 222. Gemini just released that not last month, but the month before. So I'm definitely gonna get that 222 just to prepare myself, because I wanna the day that server starts, I wanna have that plane in. I wanna be at the airport, and I wanna have that update with the plane in it. But other than that, hope you enjoy this update, and I'll probably make a few this week. So hope you guys enjoy this. Bye.